Good day everyone. I'm Magabilin. Let's talk about enum in Java. Enums are commonly used to represent fixed sets of values, such as days of the week, compass, directions, or traffic signals. By using enums, developers can prevent invalid values from being assigned and keep their code structured and maintainable. Basic syntax of enum. The first line, class main. This defines a class name. Main in Java, every application must have at least one class, and main is the entry point where execution begins. The second line, enum role fighter marksman support assassin tank. Here an enum name role is declared inside the main class. The enum role defines five constant values: fighter, marksman, support, assassin, and tank. These values represent different character roles in game. Since enums in Java are implicitly public, static, and final, these constants cannot be changed once defined. In the third line, public static void main string args. This is the main method which serves as the entry point of the program. The execution of the program starts from here. The fourth line is role, and a variable my role of the type role. The enum is declared. It is assigned the value role assassin, meaning the chosen role is assassin from the predefined set of roles. And the last line is system of print line. This prints the assigned role to the console. The my role variable holds role assassin, so when concatenated with the string, the output is my role is assassin.
First, what is a bit set? It is a class in Java.util.package that allows us to handle a collection of bits of zeros and ones in a compact and efficient manner. And instead of using Boolean array, which takes more memory, bitset stores bits in a compressed form and saves more space. Some common applications include handling large set of flags, performing bitwise operation, and optimizing memory usage in application where we need to store many true and false values. Now let's take a look at some basic operations of bitset. For example, some common methods such as bitset, it sets the bit at a specific index, and bitset clear, it clears the bit at an index, and Boolean get returns the bit value at the index. Bitset end performs end operations. Bitset or performs OR operations. Here is a simple example of how bitset works. As you can see, this is an example code of bitset. Now I'll explain it step by step. First, creating a bitset. Here we can create a bitset with an initial size of 5. However, bitset can grow dynamically as needed. Second is setting bits. We set the bits at index of 0 and 2 to 1. And third is printing the bitset. This outputs of 0 and 2, meaning bits at index 2 and 0 and 2 are set to 1, while all other bits remain 0. And here's a quick conclusion of bitset. Bitsets in Java is a great way to manage large sets of Boolean values efficiently. If you need to store millions of true or false values, bitset can significantly reduce memory usage compared to arrays.
Good day, my name is Rohan Taylor and I will be discussing vector class in Java. Vector is a part of Java collection framework and is found in Java UTIL package. It is a dynamic array that can grow or shrink in size. So overall, Java vector is a thread-safe dynamic array, and array list is preferred for better performance when thread safety isn't needed. Vector also has some legacy methods, not in modern collection framework. These are the basic operation and examples of vector. Here we have this Java code of vector. In this Java code, we are working with a vector which is a part of Java UTL package. A type list can grow, shrink dynamically, and it can store object of any type. So let's break down this code. Okay, in this line of code, we will import the necessary package, the Java UTIL. This line imports all these classes from Java UTIL package. This includes like vector, array list, and list, which are used to store collection of data. Um, Define class and main method. So here we are going to define the class and the main method of this Java code, which is public class vector example. In this line of code, we define the class called vector example, and inside that main method is where the program start running. So we create a string which is vector string equals new vector string. So we create a new vector name that will hold string object. The vector is like a dynamic array that can hold a list of elements. And in this case, it will hold names of animal as string. So that these are the elements we use. Um, Adding of elements like uh, tiger, lion, dog, elephant. These lines of element using the add method is a part of list interface. And we are adding the names of animals, tiger, lion, dog, elephant, to the vector. Now we're going to print the vector using the system out print line. And inside the parentheses, we're going to put the elements and vec or the vector. This line prints the elements stored in vector, and when you print a vector object, Java automatically calls it to string method, which returns to the list of elements readable format. In this case, it will print. So once the element of the vector is printed, it will show the names of the animals. And the output will be what the names of the animals we put, like tiger, lion, dog, elephant, rat, cat, and deer. Then curly braces to close the main method of the vector example class. So the program creates a vector to store animals, and it adds names using two different methods, the add method and the add element. And it will print the animal names stored in the vector.
Good day, my name is Justin Matthew Biazon, and we will learn about data structure stacks. What are stacks? Stacks are last in or first out, or what we call default data structures. It supports two basic operations called push and pop. The push operation adds an element at the top of the stack, and the pop operation removes an element from the stack. There are only a few syntax in our stacks, which are boolean empty, object pick, and object pop, object push, and integer search. There are only a few but very useful syntax, and it's the best. It's one of the recommended data structure if we were just starting out. We have an example code here, or simple code that I wrote. So in our first line, or the second line, we have the create stack, or we will our creating stack line. This is stack, then our elements are integers, so which is usually coupled mass, and our name of our stocks block, then new stock. Then after this line, there are our integers or our containers that or the elements that we will put in our stocks, which is block push, which is the name of our stock and the push operation. Then after this is our variables, variables or no, our integers or our elements, which are 10, and so on, 10, 20, 30. So in our stock, the first, the first, the first element that we will push in our stocks will always be the last one, and uh, the last element that we will push in our stock that will always be the first one or will be on the top. So just like the before, last in, first out. Then we will take the next line is just a simple system printout that displays our stocks. Next is the line that we will pick of the top element, which is integer top, which is the top element, and block pick. And after this, there will be the while. If the block is empty, the block will pop, or if the stocks is not empty. So that's what the exclamation is for. The system will pop it.
Hi, I'm Kalma Rick Giroas, and our discussion is all about Java Dictionary. Java Dictionary is an abstract class that stores key-value pairs. Given a key, its corresponding value can be stored and retrieved as needed. Thus, a dictionary is a list of a key-value pairs. Basically, ano siya? Uh, it stores key-value pairs, then it you can retrieve it when you need. Then creating a dictionary. The first step to creating a dictionary in Java is to choose a class that implements a key value pair interface. A few examples include hash tables, hash map, link hash map. So we'll be using as an example is the hash map because it is more efficient and preferred as of today. Moving on. Util dictionary is an abstract class representing a key-value relation and works similar to a map. Given a key, you can store values and when needed, can retrieve the value back using its key. Thus, it is a list of key-value pair. So, as I said earlier, um, uh, the map can retrieve the value if needed. Declaration public abstract class dictionary extends object dictionary sole constructor. So and here we have the example of dictionary using map. First thing is the import java.util hash map. This is for importing necessary classes using hash map. Then the file name, which is dictionary using map. Then the map and character string dictionary. It is for creating to store keys and values. Then there you go. This section dictionary.put is for the keys and values. Then the system.outprint is for printing the entries of dictionary. Then the second system.outprint is printing the key value pair. Then char key to find equals b is the one that defines the key we are searching for. Then the last system.outprint is for retrieving the print value. And if it is not found, then the printed output should be not found. That's all. Thank you for listening.